Hi everyone. So today I have a project that has been sitting for a couple of years, 2-3 years, and it's the pool coping. The coping on the pool. I have 4 coping bricks or tiles, whatever you want to call them. They're cracked and broken, and it's a job that I've been putting off, and I need to get it done. It looks awful. So turn you around here, and this is the coping that's damaged. You can see there's a crack on this one, which goes to that. The front end of this one fell off, and then there's a slight broken piece on the 4th one. So there's 4 that need to be removed and replaced. I have some replacement tiles here, and the first thing we're going to do is have to remove these 4 pieces of coping, see what it looks like underneath, and prep the area to put some I'm going to use mason cement to adhere these and then re-grout them using the mason cement. This pool was refinished, I'm going to say about 15 years ago, and I did watch the guys do it, and I believe that that's what they had used when they stuck these down. And then they just used the same mason mix that they stuck them down with or set them with as the grout. I measured the grout line here. The grout line is 3/8 of an inch. And when they did it freehand. They just laid it down. These guys were really good professionals, no doubt. So for me, I'm just a do-it-yourselfer trying to save I don't know, maybe $1,000–1,500 to have somebody come out here and do this for me. I'm going to use I picked up a 3/8 inch squared dowel, and that seems to be the right amount of space. I'll cut this down and just use this to try and get myself a straight grout line, putting them all back in. I guess to start, I'm going to take an angle grinder. I have all my tools out here. I'm taking an angle grinder, and I'm going to run a line down the grout edge to the first bad tile. I'll run it down close to this so I don't damage the good one. And same thing here with the 4th one here. I'll run my line close to that so I don't damage this one, which is fine. I don't know what would have caused this to crack like that. I'm hoping that whatever this crack is only on the coping and not down on the pool wall. I don't think it's on the pool wall. I just think that for whatever reason these things shifted or moved, maybe loosened up, and because they were all attached, the crack just continues all the way down to 4 of them. There's no crack on the wall of the pool. There's no crack where the tile is at the top of the pool. So my guess is it's just the coping. Alright, so I'm going to get started and remove these 4 pieces. Okay, so I have a diamond blade on my grinder, and I'm just going to go down the grout line close to the broken piece of coping tile, and then same thing down here, and then I'll just start removing these, maybe with a hammer and chisel. I've never done this before, so here we go. Okay, see if we can get this one.
a dusty mess. Okay, I'll start here. First one, see we can pull this out. Nah, this is just lifting right out. It's like all four are just gonna pop right out. Yeah, well, that was easy. I don't see any crack in the wall of the pool, so I was right. I was correct in saying that I thought the crack was just on the coping itself. Now I'm going to need to clean this up, grind out some of this top surface so that I can have a clean slate. To add some new mortar mix to stick down these new ones. Actually, these are all pulling up. Jesus. Looks like they're pulling up all the way to here. Huh. These are stuck. Well, isn't that always the way? You think a simple job is going to be a simple job, but it's certainly not going to turn out to be a simple job here. Even all this caulking here, this needs to be done too. Alright, so I'm going to pull this all out. This is no longer stuck. These pieces are good. Let's see how far now. Looks like it goes to here. Alright, so no project is easy, right? This is what I got. All those coping tiles were loose. Now, most of them stuck together. The grout, whatever kind of grout that is, stuck them together. So I'm not even going to pull them apart because they're just going to break. I'm going to try and set them back in place just as they are. Any grout lines or any spaces that are there, I'll get the grout line, which I believe was a 3/8 of an inch. And I'm going to stick this down with thin set. I think that's the best thing to do here since the ledge is really in good shape. There's no point in me in trying to break this out just to get another base down there to set these things. So, I mean, they use thin sets in bathrooms, so why not out here? This is just a repair, it's not a full renovation. Just want to get these back down and get the pool looking somewhat presentable, which it will. Now the grout lines, I'm sure whatever I use is not going to match the color that's there, but over time it's going to get dirty, it'll blend in, you probably won't even know I did this. But nothing's easy. This was a project I thought was going to take me a couple hours, and now it's going to turn into an all-day thing. Anyway, let me go get my shop vac so I can clean this all up. Then I'm going to go see if I have some thin set in the attic, and we'll stick these back down using the thin set. Let me know in the comments what you think. I mean, I don't know if this is the right way to do it or the wrong way to do it. I just can't see breaking this top wall up to put a masonry mix in there. I think I'm going to be looking for trouble doing that, and it's just not worth it. Next thing you know, I'll be attaching tiles, the pool tiles. They'll be coming off from vibration. So I'm just going to leave it how it is and just go with the thin set. Okay, so it's all cleaned up and ready to go, and I did have some thin set left over from the bathroom project I did, and I'm going to use it. It's from Schluter, and it's all set, and I don't see why this wouldn't work. Just need something to glue this down, and I think this will be fine. If you don't think so, put it in the comments, but I had it, so I'm going to use it. And the worst that can happen is it won't bond or it won't hold, and I'll just have to get something that will. But I think this will work fine. So I'm going to mix this up, and then we'll start setting these things back in. I'm going to use a 3/8 notch trowel. Hopefully that'll be okay. I really can't go that thick because I want these I want the coping tiles to stay even the best I can. I cut up my spacers. The space is roughly 3/8 of an inch on all of these. I got a 3/8 inch square dowel, and I'll use that as a spacer. Yeah, let's get started. Okay, here goes nothing. Hopefully this works. I think what I'll do is wet this so I get good adhesion. I'll wet this bottom. Seal up all these cracks in here. Not a good idea to work in shorts. Clean up this edge because this edge is going to show in the pool. I did put masking tape on the tile so that in the event that some of this thin set dropped on the tile, it won't stick to the tile, it'll stick to the tape. Alright. I'm in an awkward position here. This is our next one. I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't. I'm just hoping this works. Twist it in place. Make sure these are even. It's pretty darn close. That seems to be okay. Keep moving along. Now that first one I put down, and I used water, but I didn't like how the thin set was trailing, so I'm not going to do the water. The idea with the water, I guess, is so that this concrete doesn't soak up all of the moisture in the thin set before it has time to set up. I am not a professional pool guy. This is a do-it-yourself project, 100%. Clean some of this up so it doesn't stain. Alright, I think you get the idea. I'm going to shut the camera off and then I'll come back after I get these all set, because I want to be able to spin myself around and I'll be in the way of the camera. So shut the camera off, then I'll come back after I have all these set. Basically going to set them the same way. Thin set on the wall of the pool, thin set on the back of the tile with a coping. So it's the next day, and I came out this morning and these are stuck down pretty good. So I think the Schluter all set worked fine. It's like putting tile down. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know, but they're stuck. And for me, that's all that matters. They're glued down now. Next I have to grout these spaces. I have no idea if I'm going to be using the right grout or not, but I'm going to just use a mortar mix. I picked this up at Home Depot. It says on there that it can be used for grouting. So hopefully it'll work. Problem with it is it says it's rapid set, so I don't know if that's the brand or it sets in 15 minutes. I think the one part says, yeah, fast, strong, durable, sets in 15 minutes. So I'm only going to be able to mix a little bit at a time, I suppose, because I'm basically going to grout it as if I'm grouting tile in a bathroom. So I have my a rubber float for that. So I'll mix just a little bit at a time. I don't know how many we have to grout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we got 16 spaces to grout. So let me mix some up and we'll get started. Got my bucket of water, I got a sponge, and I got the towel in here. And I'm going to use this to mix. So I can just mix a little bit at a time. See how that works out. Fill it. Fill it from the top and keep pushing it in. Of course, I'm going to drop it in the pool. All right, so they're all grouted, and you can see where the new grout line is. It's white, more whiter than the others, but it'll dirty up over time. But it is what it is. It's a repair. But using the thin set is definitely a good idea, I think. I don't know. Tell me what you think. But for do-it-yourself repair, I'm really happy with it. Now what I did after I set these yesterday is I went around the entire edge and I took out the caulking that was there. It was shot. I think that's why the tiles popped up, because water probably got underneath it, probably froze, and it just lifted them. But I'm going to go around now and caulk all this in. And this caulk is quite expensive. But I wanted to get something that I thought was good, so I got this Quickcrete Polymer self-leveling sealant. So hopefully it's gray. And when I put this down, I'm going to throw sand on top of it. And I really don't know why I'm going to do that, but when the pool guys did the pool and they put caulking around between the concrete and the coping tile, they threw sand on it for some reason. I'm just going to do it because they did it. I don't know what purpose it serves. The other thing is, maybe it won't be as gooey if the dog comes out here and happens to step on it the next day or so before it really hardens up. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to start down here where the skimmer is, then work backwards. I'll set you up here. I don't think I'll get too far with these small tubes, but we'll see. I figure this is probably not real thick since it's supposed to be self-leveling. Sliced my finger. Don't do that. Don't slice your finger when you're doing work. You should be wearing gloves, Pat. That's what the Safety Sallies are going to say. You should be wearing gloves. Let me go get a Band-Aid. I got myself a Band-Aid. In my opinion, if you're someone that works with your hands and you don't have cuts on your fingers, you're not working. Sealed up. Do that. Just hang it on there. Oh, wow. Use wire snips to snip this. Sand on it, leave it sit. It's all dry. Out here with the deep flow. It'll wear off. 15 years ago. Going the following year. Alright, I think you get the idea. Let me finish up here and bring it back, show you the complete job. Alright, so this is job's done. Caulk all the way around the pool. I went through 27 tubes of that caulk at almost $9 a piece. This whole project cost me around $330, but I'm sure it would have cost a lot more if I had paid somebody to do it. But this is the area here where the broken coping tiles was, and it looks good. That was really tedious though, doing this caulk around between the concrete and the coping tiles. Very tedious. Plus, after I took the old stuff out, I had to go around and fill it with sand. I probably would have used more caulk if I didn't do that. But anyway, looks good. I'm pleased. So, I'm beat. I don't know about you. A job that I thought was going to take me 4 hours at the most, a day and a half. I'm sunburned, my back's killing me, my knees are killing me, I'm getting too old to do this. Anyway, it was a good project. At least I feel like I got something done on my weekend. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button for me. Hit that like button. And I'll see you in the next one.